An education reform group based in New York has recently expanded with a branch in Boston. Families for Excellent Schools has usually been thought of as a supporter of charter school expansion, but the group in Boston says it aims to be a collaborator in reform, working with other groups and pursuing goals set by local parents. We'd like to welcome the group's lead organizer, Sheyla Negron. Thank you very much for being with us, Sheyla.
Thank you for having me.
Talk about your education experience long before you were involved with this organization, growing up in Boston.
I moved to Boston from Puerto Rico when I was 8 years old, and my parents didn't speak the language. They just sent me to school and assumed every school was a great school. I attended public schools all the way through high school, and I graduated from Boston Public School. And unfortunately, when I got to college, I realized that I was not prepared, and it was really a struggle for me to stay on top of all the classes, and you know, I was able to graduate on time, but it was very difficult for me. And I decided that for my kids, I didn't want them going through that same struggle. So I looked for other options for them to make sure that they went to a school that was going to prepare them to be ready to go to college.
Well, you're talking about graduating from one of the district high schools in Boston?
Yes.
And how would you compare things then to now?
I don't think much has changed in the education perspective. I think now parents have more options and should be aware of, you know, the schools that they're sending their kids to, the levels of those schools, and how much they prepare their kids for the future. But at that time when I went, my parents didn't really know any better. They didn't really look or research into it, you know, not speaking the language, they weren't able to. And that's why for me it's very important that my kids have that option.
Well, one of the things your group is trying to do right now is get together signatures on a petition. What's the petition asking for?
So the petition is Unify Boston, and it's asking for three main things. It's one, for all kids to have access to an excellent quality school in their neighborhood. Two is to make sure that the kids that are learning English as a second language and have special needs have all the help they need. And three is to make sure that we have more diversity in the classrooms, that teachers look like the students that they serve.
So what do you hope this petition will lead to? Because the three things you're asking for, I think there's plenty of agreement that all these things are good. So what's the point of it?
It's more of to bring awareness to the fact that we do need more quality schools, that we need, you know, more help for these students that are learning English and have special needs, and that we do need more diversity in our classrooms. So it's just to bring awareness to the fact that we need to come together, because I think these are all three things that everyone can agree on.
Well, right now, as you know, there are other groups out there. Some of them are very leery of charter schools. Some of them are very supportive of charter schools. So what's the niche you see your group fitting?
We support charter schools, but we also support traditional public schools. We think that every school should be a quality school. So the difference with our organization is that we're based on parents. We want parents to take action and to advocate for their kids' education. We want to help them advocate.
Advocating, what would that mean exactly?
Training them to be ready to speak in public, and, you know, to write letters to the politicians and be ready to push for whatever it is their child needs.
So if people want to get involved, what's the best way for them to do that? Do you have any meetings coming up that people should know about, for instance?
Yes, we have a meeting on the June 18th at, I believe it's at the Boys and Girls Club in Roxbury. They can reach out to me at 617-791-2437 for more information on that meeting. And that's just a group of parents that have been meeting lately to talk about education, to take actions to make sure that we're going somewhere with this, you know, the Unify campaign.
And of course you have your website? And
we have our website, familiesforexcellenceschools.org, but we also have the petition website, which is unifyboston.org, and there they can do the petition. And also we have a Facebook and Instagram page where they can go and share it with their friends.
Thank you very much for being with us.
Thank you.
Sheyla Negron from Families for Excellent Schools.